All right. Today we're going to be backtesting my strategy. Well, it's not really my strategy, but I'm backtesting this strategy I figured out. And so now I kind of, I've been using it, but haven't had the most success with it. But I just want to have a little bit of a good backtesting session to see the utility of it. So let's get into it. I trade ES and NASDAQ, but I'm going to just do ES because I feel like I like ES more. Start date. Actually, we could do NASDAQ as well. I'll just choose anything random. Boom. Random day. And date. Save. Alright. So we can start off by finding out what's going on. Over this high. Well, these are actually relatively equal. Our bias is bullish, right? 4 hour. Playing this imbalance. We had like these sweeps. This 4 hour fair value gap. I see it only going up right now. We're bullish on both. And we could check out the 1 hour for closer entries. Oh man, this was probably a news candle, this candle. Oh no, it's 13.55, so I mean it's 9.55. So we already had some price action. That's fine. Let's see, vertical. Here, this is market open. Red line here. Let's get to 3 minute. Do we have a 3 minute imbalance? Yes, we do. Do we have a 5 minute imbalance? No, we don't. Okay. So we got a 3 minute imbalance. It's respecting as of now. But we'll see. Alright, so it looks like it wants to push down. If it comes back down here, it means it's looking for probably more liquidity. So we could target other areas. Created equalos, relatively. Took that out. Okay. It should take out this low. I like that this was singular. I'll take this. Once we hit an internal high like this, I'm going to scale and then scale here. Place order 1%. I'm going to scale here and then move my stop to break even. So I'll scale 10% and then move my stop to break even to protect myself, because it shouldn't, if it's bullish, it shouldn't come back. Sorry, if it's bullish, it shouldn't come back down. Like, this should not come back down if it is bullish. If it's bearish, now it can just sweep out this and come back down and continue looking for more liquidity to the downside. So there's two ways this could go, but now we're safe already. And next TP could be here. And then here. Final TP up here. Alright, there's 25%. and it might. Oh, okay, there we go. I thought it was gonna disrespect this 3 minutes, so I was gonna be kind of wary if it would stop us out at break even. And it closed above, so honestly, this should be next draw. Let's see, is that the high? Yeah, that should be next draw. And honestly, this thing could run for the higher time frame liquidity as well. So maybe we put an extendo clip on this hoe. Right, so we could put this up here and we can make this TP 25%. Alright, doesn't look like it's gonna hit it. Yeah, usually when it does this, let me see what this is. Yeah, usually when it does this, when you take profits up here, it's engineering these highs. Because the market's an algorithm, so it likes to engineer these highs for retail traders to view this as support, or actually to view it as resistance, that this high is a protected high. But realistically, it's actually an unprotected high. So these will eventually get ran through, and when they do, it's going to especially hit this high as well. So we could definitely see that. Anyway, hunts out the TP. Let's see if it saved us. Alright, whatever. It's too far to tell. Anyway, let's just go to the next session. Alright, so that was a success, I would say. So now we have this, and this, and this. Let's just see where our bias is. There's nothing truly to work with here. We're playing inside this daily fair value gap of this ultimate. We have all these highs that want to get ran through. Honestly, my next time I do a trade, I'm putting a crazy extendo clip for daily highs, but I doubt it'll hit all because this is just a 1 minute strategy. Let's go to the 1 hour so we can find real. Oh, look how I respected that fair value gap perfectly. So we can find better price. I feel like these are low resistance liquidity, so I feel like it should take out this. Like if it takes out this, I'd probably look for a long. But as of now, let's see where we are in the 15 minute. In the 15 minute, we're in a down, and we close below this. So yeah, we're definitely probably gonna hit these lows. So let's just see how this plays out. Alright, we pushed up here into this imbalance. Is this the only imbalance I made on the time frame? Let's see if it respects it on the 5 minute, because that's very important. And it does, yeah. That was anticipated, but now we got this fair value gap, so you can't even take an entry. Looks like it might disrespect it, actually. Comes up for liquidity. That's very good. See how the bias changes? I was looking for longs. I believe it's bullish. Oh, this is a good time. From 950 to 1010 is a reversal range, so keep that in mind. The market runs off of time-based, so from 950 to 1010 is ICT's reversal range. There's no fair value gap, so it's just gonna, yeah. See, it's just gonna reverse on us. Honestly, we have this that we could probably play off of. Honestly, this is really looking like it's gonna hit all this. It really is. If it doesn't, I'd be very surprised, but I do believe it will. It's just we're so low down. We could tape read it. I know it's going to hit. Like here, we could definitely tape read it, but it's just too low down to take. Way too low down to take, unfortunately, but I do want to take it. Fuck it. Let's take it. We'll put TP1 at these equal lows. Take out 50%. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend taking trades like that, but yeah, there we go, TP. All right, so that was straightforward, and I could walk through that one. We got this sweep. We were in a 950 to 1010 reversal range, and we had a respected 5-minute fair value gap. So I just took a 1-minute entry off of that, seeing it respect, and I came down to these lows that were never tapped, and I basically just worked off that. Now, if this inversion works, I could probably see it going back up, but I still have a feeling that it may want to be lower. But it did sweep out a good amount of liquidity, so we got to see how this works. Respecting it, so until that candle close. All right. Now we can play it safe and go for one more candle, but it'll probably hit an internal high already by then. But yeah, let's just see how this rolls. 1 to 2, risk 1 to 3%. I'll risk 1%. Now let me risk 2% on this one. Once it hits an internal high like this one, I'm gonna move my stop to break even, and I'll scale. Yeah, see, this would have been the beautiful, the perfect entry. Yeah, there we go. 25%, move stop to break even. Those aren't equal, so I'm not too high on that. All right, we're running. It's gonna stop me out. Let me scale one more time. All right, good scale. Should go back down now, but it's actually still holding this fair value up. If it closes under, then it should go down. Nope, doesn't close under. So you could see it comes back in for this inversion here. And boom, what if it take profit? The only reason I move my stop to break even is because it hit an internal high. So, but it does still hold this inversion. So strategy still works. And let's move to the next session. Why does it keep giving me 1430? I thought it should be 1330. This market open. 1330, right? Or am I misconstrued? Custom settings, 930. Everything should be 930. Save. Next session. 1430. Oh, okay. I see. I thought I had my time in New York. Alright, so we're looking bearish. We broke structure, we're looking bearish. Look at that, we ended up taking out these highs. So that's very nice. Only issue is we still have two major sell side liquidity, so we can probably see a retracement today, but overall we're going to probably be bearish. At least on the 4 hour. So 1 hour. 1 hour we hit these. Yes. Honestly, I feel like we're going to see a retrace for all this low resistance liquidity. Oh, I'm in a 5 minute. Yeah, so we just hit these. I would like to see it return higher, at least up to these. Are these equal? They look it, so let's see it hit them. Come on. Alright, doesn't want to, so 5 minute, we inversed all of the 5 minutes. So that's definitely, I just don't like how I left these equal highs. Let's tape read this. Let's just see how this looks. And I'm not going to set up any TPs or anything, but this obviously would be a very high RR trade. Let's just see how this would look. Would it come and hit? I probably would have definitely taken off 25% and moved my stop to break even. So let's just see what happens. Okay. So we're pretty deep now. I would have taken another 25 and then held the rest for the low. Alright, ends up hitting TP. So that would have been a successful trade. The only reason I didn't take it is because it didn't want to tap into that 4 hour and it didn't sweep the equal highs. But the strategy would have still worked. We did inverse and sweep these highs and inverse the fair value gap. So still pretty clean. Alright, now we look like we pushed up. We have some bullish moves. And we have this high within this fair value gap. So this is high confidence. At least I would say, because we have liquidity in the form of an imbalance. Ugh. Time is it? Okay. And we're bullish on the structure here. We broke structure to the upside. 15 minute, we're playing inside a 15 minute fair value gap, so this I believe would be respected. Let's check it out. If this gives me like a imbalance here to play with, I would probably take this right off the bat. So give me this one. It closed, but not too precisely closed below it, so it might move lower. So let's just wait for the next form of liquidity here. Remember, this is a 15 minute, so we have time to play with. And the market knows this. Alright, close below. So that's very surprising, but it can hit these now. So this is like low resistance liquidity right here. If it wants to come back down for these. See how this looked? This is definitely like a 3 minute fair value gap. Nope. 5 minute. Nope. Alright, there would be an entry here. There's no fair value gaps to be inversed, but I feel like it can go lower. Alright, and it hits where we targeted. Let's see if it wants this low, and it does. Alright, wow, that was that was a great tape read, actually. I'm very impressed with that. Alright, now we have, this is probably a 1 hour imbalance, yeah. Honestly, can this be a 4 hour? No, okay. So 1 hour imbalance right here. And we're not gonna, we wouldn't really take this trade because it's at the end of our time. But I just want to see how this looks. If we get an inversion off like this one, even though we have, if we get an inversion off this one, even though we have this one and this one, I feel like it would run for it. It's just like one of those feelings, but that's only if we get the inversion. Let me see on the 1 minute. Was that like a? Yeah, this is really not direct, and I don't want to take this one. Yeah, it looks like you might just extend lower. Okay. So next day, It ended up climbing all the way back up, but after sweeping out this one, so wouldn't have waited that long. So it looks like it's bearish now. It looks like this is, let me, wait a minute. Let me see where we are in the day. Wow, so we are bearish. We closed below. This is definitely the next form. If it doesn't target that, I'd be very surprised. But that's what I'm seeing. Oh, we're on the 3 hour. If it doesn't target those, I'd be very surprised. We could probably find a retrace. Let me just see. But you gotta remember, we're playing on the 1 minute, so can't really find long moves like that. Gotta play on a higher time frame. So we're low here. I feel like it wants to target these highs. All right. Did it inverse? That's not really an inverse. This is probably a 3 minute. 3 minute. If it inverses this, and it does, the only issue is I wouldn't take this because we just swept out that. Even though it's looking strong, wouldn't take it. Now this, there's no fair value gap on the 1 minute. I feel like it's gonna expand lower. Yeah. That was, my bias is correct, but I just didn't like that we swept out those lows. I feel like we're too low to take this. Because we would have moved our stop to break even already, so I just don't like that. If we get some, see, now this is looking way better. I'm gonna risk 0.5%. 0.70%. I do feel like that's the draw. Let's run it. Let's see. It's gonna stop me out. Yeah. Yeah, we were too low for that. That was stupid. I was chasing instead of going with it. It's just gonna expand lower as well. Eventually, that's the draw. Unless it's not. Wow. So didn't even want to. Oh. It did sweep out another form. Alright, anyway, so that was a low risk trade, so it's fine. Alright. Got that 4 hour. What's our bias? Bias is mad construed. So I have no idea. We could be bullish, we could be bearish. Mad construed. Let's just see what the 1 minute gives us and play with it. I would like to see a push down here though. Alright. So we want to get these lows, that's the question. Does it want to? So that's actually nice because we haven't hit the internal high yet, so we could still get a free trade out of this. Stop here. We could put TP as high as here. Put it a little bit under so we could have some room. Alright, once it hits this high, we're moving it stop to break even. Tap in. Alright, stop to break even. scale. Hits this high. Second TP. Alright, well, it hit it. So, 25%. Hits this high. These are equal. No, they're not equal. Alright, looks like it's going to stop us out. Yep, stops us out at break even. Still confirms some profits, so I'm not mad about that one. And it does close below this inversion, so let's just see where this thing goes. Alright, would have taken our profit though. For sure it would have hit TP. Anyway, not mad about it. Alright, so it did end up sweeping out this low that we had marked for the other day. Oh, it already did. But it also may inverse this. So let's just monitor this on the 4 hour. And let's see what it gives us on the 1 minute. What would be nice if we get this pushed down. Alright, this was singular. If that's great, it's a fair value gap on minute. Oh my god. This looks so textbook. It's beautiful, but I swear the nicest setups are always the ones that don't work for some reason. Alright, next internal low. Honestly, we don't even have an internal low. So I don't even know where I put my stop at break even. We could just work with it. Let's see. Oh, what the hell is that candle? How'd it close? Alright, the 4 hour closed bearish. It looks like it's... I don't know about this one because sometimes from what I've seen, when the candle gets closed, it usually likes to come back inside. Wow. That was a beauty. That was a beauty. I'll tell you. That was a beauty. Alright. So far, what are the analytics on this so far? I don't even know where to check that. Analytics. Wow, that's actually not bad. 83% win rate. 6 out of 5 trades are success. I wish we could see our loser. Alright, anyway, let's continue. Let's see, 1 week. So we just swept out this weekly. Let's go to next. New York City. We just swept out this weekly, so this is kind of like a area where it could be bull. It could definitely be bullish over here. The only issue is that it's so early in the market. Let me see, what is that? A 5 minute? Please don't be a 15 minute. And a 15 minute, fuck. Alright, let's see if this 5 minute gets inversed. Yes, it does. That means we can run, but on the 15-minute, that's the issue. Man, this is. I would not take this, but I just want to see. I'm not gonna take this because I'm trying to. Like me, if I was doing this not recording it, probably would have taken it, just for fun. We could go for a close below. If it closes below, that's our stop. So let's just move it down here. That's not really the true risk to reward, but let's just move it down there. Let's see how this goes. If it closes on the 15-minute, like, oh shit, I actually entered. Am I? Wow, I was not paying attention. Okay, so it hit this internal high. But I'm gonna just go close below, see what happens. Take 25% off. Give it a discount. All right. New York City stops us out right there and hits our TP. God, man, that's so annoying. All right, we're on the correct side again, so I'm happy about it. I'm not going to get greedy. This is backtesting. Money can be altered. We inverse this fair value gap, and we got a sweep. This kind of looks like a setup on the 4 hour. You know what I mean? I do believe this is going to get hit. If the candle goes down, watch. If this candle goes down, we're going to hit those. Watch. If this 1 minute candle goes down, boom. And I'll tell you why. And I know that seems like, what the hell? It's only 1 minute into the market. The market likes to send out fake outs. So I know that it wants to hit these highs. So I knew that it was going to do the fake out to the downside so it could fake out people and be like, oh, we're not actually going that side. Just a theory. Anyway, let's just get some liquidity on this. We're in this. That was a nice fair value gap. It's going to inverse it. And it's just too early and hit this internal high. It's very early to take this trade, so I'm not going to take it. But what I will do, I have a high feeling of this. What I will do is just watch. Actually, let's just take it. Exactly. Big D gang in the building. Stoop to break even. Another 25%. And let's see if it hits final TP. Beautiful trade. 954. That's probably the earliest I've ever traded. Works out though. Good trade. 1 to 3 RR. And it runs for more. This is probably the next stop, but that one was so clear because we were at such a low discount. So it just looked, once this and this inverse, we honestly opened perfectly on inversion. So it just looked beautiful. Anyway, let's take another look. We have this. Close. 15-minute. Probably could get a retrace off of this. We just swept, but maybe this was the retrace. Who knows? All right, let's see. Market just opened. This looks like unprotected, so that would be nice to hit. Let's check out the 3-minute. All right, looks like it's expanding already to our TP, and when it does this, it looks like it's definitely just gonna go and hit our TP. So I'm not gonna enter it, but I'm just gonna hold this here so we can see. That's why you don't enter early in the market. So it just tapped into it, but it never swept it. So let's see. Beautiful. All right, that was very clean. That was very nice. If this gives us, is this a 5 minute? 5 minute? Okay, good. No. Okay, good. If this gives us a 3 minute inversion, I'll take it. Alright, give us a 3 minute inversion. I'll take off 25% at these highs. 1 to 2 RR. I'm gonna go 2%. And let's see how this rocks. Alright, stop to break even because it just hit an internal high here. Honestly, I want to take off another 10%. Once it's this red line, 25% is coming off. 25%. Alright, worked out. Beautiful. I think it has more room probably. Yep, does have a little bit more room. So we're doing very good. And now we're in this chop. So it was pretty clear up until this point of sweeping this, and now we're in some form of chop. So we just have to, this is like the hardest condition for the market to play in. We have this that it can run for, and I don't know if I'm going to be bullish like I was. Let me drink some water. This doesn't look very clear. Let's see exactly what's going on. I don't think it's gonna inverse this. Honestly, I don't. Got time. Don't see it inversing. And yes, it didn't inverse. Let's see if it could hit this high within. Man, this is low liquidity, low resistance. Okay, good. So it's respecting this. And we're on the 15 minute just watching. So it's respecting these. Only issue is on this time frame, it did close above the 5 minute. Let's see, is there a 1 minute inversion? Is there a 3 minute inversion? Okay, so there is a 3 minute inversion. If it inverses this 3 minute, it's probably a 5 minute as well. That is. So 5 minute. Honestly, there's one right here. But I'm gonna monitor this 3 minute one because I feel like this is the one that dictates it, even though it's on a lower time. 10 o'clock news. Either way, correct bias. Unless there actually was no news here, but yeah, that looks like news. We all know who got in there. Man, I hate playing news days because this looks like a fair value gap, but watch, next day I'll probably reach through. See, it's reaching up, and I don't like trading those days. Reached all the way up, inverses it, and then goes lower. I don't like trading those days. I really don't. All right, let's check out the 4. Let's check where we are on the daily. Looks like we're reaching lower. This can be the next draw. Four hour. Looks like it just hit, like, if you were to take a trade, it looks like it just hit TP. 15 minute. Let's find a 15 minute. This could be a 15 minute high here. Let's go. Beautiful. And I knew that this high was going to get hit here because I saw this inverse right here. Like this fair value gap right here. I saw it inverse. And once I saw that hit, I knew, okay, it's gonna target out a high, and it came with some fierce volume. Only issue is now we got this big fair value gap, so we're extending. Our bias is misconstrued right now, so we're just gonna have to wait for a move. This is accumulating. You see when it's doing this, it's accumulating right now. It knows what it's gonna do. It knows exactly where it wants to go. It's either through this 5 minute or into it and bouncing off. Uh-oh. What's going on here? See, now people would say, oh, what about this? Like sweep, and then this 5 minute inversion here. And although it may look valid, I wouldn't take it because I feel like this is the draw. Exactly, that's the draw. So now this one looks a little bit more clear. All right, didn't inverse it. Let's talk about this one. See, trying to find a short if the bias is bullish is just not the smartest idea. I don't like really taking these. I don't. It kind of doesn't feel right taking these. But I just feel like it's so engineered. But there's so many. Like there's a fair value gap here to play off of. This is all like bullish continuation. This could just be accumulating. Let's see. I didn't enter, so yeah, exactly. So that's why I don't like taking those, because I feel like it's bullish. Even though it probably was like a 3 minute, or no, a 5 minute maybe. I don't know. But it definitely wasn't. Yeah, 5 minute minor fair value gap. The draw on liquidity is bullish right now. This finally just got swept, actually. This high just got swept. And what is that, a 1 hour high? A 1 hour high into a fair value gap. So if we see like a 3 minute or, oh man, there's really no inversions. We got this fair value gap. All right. Even though we'll be probably a little low here, bounces off of it and goes higher. All right, we're way past trading time on this session, so let's get out of here. No trades, that one. Now this one's a little clear, right? I mean, now this one's a little bit more clear because we broke here, inversed. Make sure that this is an inverse because we have 30 minutes to not inverse it. 1 hour, still looking clean. Oh my God. What the hell? I've never seen that on ES or on NQ like that. Big liquidity void. Hopefully that doesn't screw us over too much. All right, let's check out the 1 minute. Let's find out some liquidity. Bounced off of 1 minute fair value gap, and it bounced off of this 5 minute. I can take this, even though it's not my strategy that I'm backtesting. I can still take it. All right, right here, this high, they're equal, so it makes a higher confluence. Let's see. %, actually 15%. Let me make sure this is stop at break even. We probably hit another higher time frame draw at this point. Hit this 15-minute high. We could scale. Now let's just see what happens exactly. Comes into that 15-minute fair value gap. TP was hit. Nice trade. I'll explain this one real quick. We had this 5-minute right at 10:15, and you must be saying, what about this inversion? That inversion doesn't matter because there was this fair value gap down here, right here. Actually, oh shit, I didn't even enter in over there. I entered in down here. Sorry. So it was this fair value gap that was respected. No wonder why that looked different. I scaled, and what made this way higher confluence was these were equal highs from all the way back here. So I knew that was definitely going to get ran through. And I put my stop underneath this candle's low. And another TP was just from that high. And the 4-hour high, I had a feeling it was going to get ran through. So it did. We can probably go for more. But right now, we're in like a refractory right now. So it inversed it right after a sweep, right? Bias is still bullish until otherwise. But you can probably go for like a low risk trade here, probably. Would have been stopped out. So it doesn't work. But yeah, I wouldn't have entered that anyway because the bias was bullish. But it still does hit where you wanted it to hit. Now this would have been the actual trade. It likes to come back up, sweep it out again. You would have inversed right here because it hit the draw. And there was additionally a fair value gap right here. This is like a 2022 model because it comes up, goes lower, taps into this fair value gap. You could have entered in off of this candle close right here, put your stop above break even. And then, yeah, this is all just reaccumulation. And does it reaccumulate? No, it doesn't. And then, boom, distribution. So that was like a little bit of a insight on ICT concepts. Anyway, we're 47 minutes into this. I'm going to close this out. We ended this with a 90% win rate, which is extremely good. Very good. That was very successful, and we're up $313 in this session. Not bad. Anyway, have a good day. Thank God. Always, always.